Coach Tyrone here. I'm going to give you 5 signs in this video within the next 8 minutes of it is going to change your life. You have a distraction in your life, whether it be with this man, this woman, this relationship, or this marriage. Anytime you have a distraction, that's not from God. Distractions come from the devil to derail you from your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. All right. Number one, you have no time for God because you're too caught up in them. Anytime you don't make time for God and you have much time for your individual, your relationship, your marriage, your hobbies, whatever it may be, you have an idol. That is an idol. And God told us in our first commandment, yes, the 10 commandments are still active today, that thou shalt have no other gods before me, for I am a jealous God. God is not jealous of you. God is jealous for you. He wants you to have a relationship with him, put more value on a relationship with him than your marriage or your relationship. And anytime you have an idol in your life, all hell break loose. When you don't make time for God, because many people use excuses on why they can't be, or they shouldn't be, or they don't, or they put everything else before they put the Lord. I have too many things on my plate. I have so much going on in my life. God gave you 24 hours in a day and 7 days in a week. When are you going to dedicate some of that time back to him? Because when you don't have God in your relationship and you don't make time for God in your relationship with him, now you're going to have chaos. You're going to have no peace. You're going to be in drama, heartbreak, headache, manipulation, confusion because you separated yourself from the Lord. So you have to make time for God. Number two, you have a distraction. God is not the center of that relationship or the marriage. I talk about this a lot. What God ordered, God paid for. If this marriage was not sanctioned in heaven, that means it's not ordained on earth. God is not obligated to bless it. Do you know how many people out there, and possibly you watching this video, is in a marriage that God don't even want you in because you didn't seek him about it? In a relationship that God don't want you in because you didn't seek him about it. And some people are frustrated, angry, and upset because God didn't fix their marriage. God is not obligated to fix the marriage that you went and jumped into because you didn't seek God about it. Marriage is a covenant, and marriage is the idea of the Lord for us. Anytime we try to take matters into our own hands, marrying people without consulting God first, marrying people for ulterior motives or whatever it may be, your heart's desire just to marry this person, and you didn't ask God about, is this your person? You never gonna have a joyful marriage or a peaceful marriage because God didn't ordain it. And some people are angry. Lord, you didn't save my marriage. You didn't fix it. And God is like, I didn't tell you to get in it. I actually fixed you by allowing your marriage to fail so you can't be free from that bondage. And people are forcing things to work, manipulating people's lifestyles, manipulating people's free will just to say I'm married. You'll be blown away on the things that people put up with, accept, or tolerate just to be in a relationship. You don't settle. If it's of peace, then it's of God. If there's no peace, there's no God. Number three, oh boy, you have a distraction. You feel more guilty than you feel good. You have conviction. That's the Holy Spirit talking to you. So many people I've worked with over the years, so many people I've spoken to, and so many people you have seen, and possibly you watching this video, you have conviction. You don't feel good being there. You, as a matter of fact, you feel bad being in that relationship. You feel bad being in that marriage because you know you're rebelling against the Lord. Anytime the Holy Spirit convict you, conviction is not to make you feel sorry for yourself or feel like you wronging God. No, conviction is to correct you. And when you have conviction there, you ain't got no peace. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I have a bullet point that's covering peace. Give me a second, I'll get to it. But when you have conviction, you sitting there wondering like, I have no idea what this, I just can't. It just don't feel right. It feel bad. Yes, that's the Lord talking to you, letting you know that he, one, has better for you, and two, you are unequally yoked. When you are unequally yoked in a marriage or unequally yoked in a relationship, you're not compatible. When you're not compatible, you don't work out. You don't become unequally yoked after years go by. No, you've met unequally yoked and you ignored every red flag. Come on, talk to me. You ignored every warning sign. Talk to me. You know, you did it. And you just say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to try to make it work out. I can fix him. I can save her. I can change him. I can give her the love that her father never gave her. And anytime you make an error like that, now you try to play God in somebody else's life. So you ignore the Holy Spirit, you ignore the conviction that he's bringing you, and warning comes before destruction. He was warning you so you don't have to go through the inevitable, which is what? Heartbreak. God don't want that for you. He wants you to have peace. Number 4, you have a distraction in your life that's not of God. You're putting important things on the back burner to be with this person. What you mean, coach? Bible study, church, kids, work, you, family, friends, business, etc. Just to be with him, just to be with her. Now, how you don't see that, that's a distraction. Things that are important to you, things that you've been focused on, things that you've been moving forward in, especially in the Lord, especially in your church life, your ministry. And now you met a man or you met a woman that is distracting you from that ministry. Now you're taken out of character, you're manipulated, you're confused, and now you're settling. And God is warning you through people speaking to you. Hey, what's up with this relationship? Hey, I don't have a good feeling about him or her. Hey, I think you should leave him or her alone because right now you ain't the you that we normally know. You're not the you that you should be right now being with this person. What happened? And when you don't know no better, you know what you do? You get upset because they're telling you the truth. You get angry. Oh, don't meddle with my relationship. Don't interfere with my marriage. You just don't know about us and how much love we have with each other. No, you have an idol. And that idol is making you settle and putting important things on the back burner, and it's costing you something. Hey, listen, if I got to suffer, if I got to go through pain, heartbreak, and headache just to say I'm in a relationship with you or just to say I'm married to you, I don't need to be with you. I don't care if you are good to me. You're no good for me. You're a distraction. I have to go. Number 5, final one. You know the relationship or the marriage is not going anywhere. You're wasting your time. Do you know how many people you and I know are in relationships and in marriages that are just done? Dead in marriages, dead in relationships. You know they're done. They ain't going nowhere. And you know what you do? This is when you start to settle. When you start accepting any and everything that come your way. Remember I was going to tell you about peace? This is it. You're wasting your time and you have no peace. When you have no peace, there's no God. God gives us peace. When God does not want us to be in a relationship or a marriage that's hurting us, he will remove his peace from that marriage. He will remove his peace from that relationship. And that's when all hell breaks loose. Now the arguments come. Listen, this is a guaranteed sign, the beginning of the end of your relationship or your marriage when communication goes out the window. No, you need to hear this. A lack of effective communication is the number one ender of all marriages and all relationships. When you're wasting your time with a person, now y'all not talking to each other, you're talking at each other. You can't converse without it being an argument, a confrontation. Somebody is being antagonistic. They're causing strife and malice and chaos in your life. That's a guaranteed sign that it's time for you to go. Let me know what you think about this video. Comment in the comment section. I really want to talk to you in the comments because I know a lot of individuals are dealing with this. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and follow for more. God bless you. See you on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.